SS Commodore that we've got in to go through and sort out for licensing. This car was bought over east, and essentially having the 6-litre engine with a heartbeat supercharger system, a camshaft, exhaust system, full tuning is basically how it came to us. Now, basically the camshaft was too big to go across with licensing, but it also had other issues. It wasn't running that well. It was running a lot of boost. We're up over the 14 pounds of boost, and we were also only making the 530 horsepower at the tyres. So those things aren't ideal, but over here we've got what we've turned into, which will also be able to go through for the full licensing over here. So essentially it now is actually making a lot less boost. We're back down to 9 pounds of boost, or 9.5 pounds of boost. It's actually at full power, running into the 600 horsepower at the tyres. So we've got 600 horsepower out of it. As you can see, it's actually increased right across the range, even though it's running less boost and a smaller camshaft. So it's something, going back to the car, I'd say that one of the things that I'd point out, this now looks exactly the same, and as it looks is exactly as the VCM guys sell the kit for the heartbeat system to suit the Commodore. And there's no clue that it's not going to pass licensing. So one of the things that people should know is that essentially buying a car from over east is not a straightforward thing if it's a modified car to get it licensed in WA. It's going to need to go through emission tests or through group licensing. However you're doing it, it's going to need to go through that process. That's one of the things you should be aware of when you're buying an Eastern States car. And like this engine here, there's lots of good bits and pieces inside there, with essentially dual valve springs and dual timing chain and a camshaft and tie bar lifters and new head gaskets and ported cylinder heads and all the bits and pieces that sound great, but in a real sense you have to understand that you may well have to spend a reasonable amount more money to go through and get the thing licensed. So just something to check out thoroughly if you're looking at buying a car from over east. Anyway, this has now turned into a nice car. It's got to essentially go through with its inspections, but essentially this thing's now idling like a standard car. It's got all set up in a form that will be able to go across and pass its emission test and be legal.